Hi guys and welcome to today's video. I currently have a really cool eye mask on right now. I don't think it's showing on camera actually, but I'm going to pull it out right here and show you guys. I'm basically doing a makeup look today, but I was prepping my skin and have these transparent under eye masks over here. They've been on my face for about half an hour and I can see a visible difference in my under eyes. They just seem brighter and definitely much more hydrated, moisturized. I bought these from Nykaa. They're from Face Shop. I'll try and find them online if they're still available and add a link to them with the links of everything else that I have sitting in front of me that I'm about to use on my face today. And because they're transparent, I might lose them. So let me just... Okay, so apart from the eye mask, I actually have another new thing on my face today. I have this Ofra lip plumper. I was literally just browsing online and landed up ordering this at 2 a.m. a couple of nights ago. I actually even put up an Instagram story. I'll go ahead and put it here, where it actually reached me in less than 12 hours. So Nykaa.com, your shipping is bomb. Not getting paid to say this. This is not a sponsored video. Everything in this video is the usual, a mix of things I've bought, a mix of things I've received in PR. It's a whole mixed bag. But I actually just want to do a really nice, slightly colorful eye today. I have a friend's birthday dinner to go to and I thought it would be nice to do something different with my makeup. I want to try and do more colorful eye makeup looks. The reason I haven't really gone into that full-fledged is because I feel I don't know how many of you guys would actually be able to recreate that in everyday life, not in terms of be able to like hand-wise, but in terms of where you're going and how appropriate it might be. But if you want me to do more colorful eye looks and just colorful, more experimental, slightly more editorial looks, please let me know, because that is something I'm personally very excited and kicked about, and I think it should be something that might be fun. Okay, so enough for the intro. This face is completely blank, plain right now. Let's dive right into putting some makeup on it. I started out with moisturizing my face with the help of the Himalaya Nourishing Skin Cream. I find this fitting my normal to dry skin in literally all weathers, and I'm highly recommending this very affordable moisturizer to all of you across all skin types. For the primer, I'm using the NYX Honey Dew Me Up. I'm using this for the first time and I noticed it comes with this little spatula. It has tiny gold flakes inside it, which basically help give your skin a nice luminous dewy glow. I'm gonna see how that eventually turns out, of course. For the foundation, I'm using the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Hydrating Foundation in the shade 3.0. Now, as I'm wearing this foundation, I'm noticing that I clearly have tanned a lot over the last few months with all of my travels, and my foundation is not really matching my chest and my neck. It's a little more obvious because I'm wearing this tube top. I am probably going to try and get a couple of darker foundations for myself sometime soon, but I also feel like certain foundations take time to settle into your skin and they oxidize. So I'm kind of giving it a chance anyway, and I feel like it might land up working because I have used this foundation recently. It's not looking as bad in real life as it's looking on camera, by the way, the shade difference. I'm blending this foundation on my face using my Jeffree Star No. 1 brush, which is a collaboration between Jeffree Star and Morphe. I know getting Jeffree Star in India is really tough right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert the Instagram page Cosme Cosmetic Club in my info box, which is where I got my hands on Jeffree Star as well as a couple of other Fenty and other brand products from. Go ahead and check their page out if you want to get your hands on any brands of clothes or makeup that aren't available in India. For the concealer, I'm using a mix of Urban Decay's Naked in the shade medium along with LA Girls Pro Conceal. I use this in the shade Creamy Beige. First, I'm going to go ahead and use the Urban Decay on my under eyes and all the other high points of my face that I want to highlight. I'm going to go ahead and blend out the concealer only on my under eyes to make sure it's gone really nicely into my skin, gotten absorbed well, and at the same time help me conceal my dark circles. Then with the help of LA Girl Pro Conceal, I'm going to go ahead and add that little touch of corrector because it has a very light peachy orangey tinge. After this only am I going to go over to the rest of my concealer spots. I leave them on for a little longer because I feel like that helps brighten up those corners. So you could try using this technique. It's something I've recently started to do. To set all of this in, I'm going to be using my Jeffree Star setting powder in the shade Topaz. Now this has to be one of the most finely grinded powders I've ever used. It's great to set it in and leave it as is, and it's also amazing to bake with. So I'm going to go ahead and leave a little excess powder on a few points of my face that you're seeing, which will help just brighten up those corners. This is a really great technique if you want to have your contour emphasized, if you want a slightly glam look, very Instagram friendly look, and at the same time conceal all those dark spots. Like for me, I especially like this because it really helps conceal my dark circles. Leaving the powder in place for a bit, I'm going to go over to the eyebrows. For the eyebrows, I'm first using Sugar Cosmetics Arch Arrival Brow Definer in the shade 03 Woody Scooby. Going ahead and starting out by brushing my brows out in the outward directions, just making sure all the hair is facing one side only on each of my brows. Then I'm making small little dashes and with feathered strokes, sort of just filling my brows out and outlining them nicely. Once this is done, I'm using the Nykaa Take a Brow Eyebrow Filler and just making sure any bald spots that I have on my eyebrows are very nicely concealed. With another flat brush, I'm just taking a little bit of the LA Girl Pro Conceal on it and defining my brows a little more. Now, this is a technique, again, I've only recently started doing and I feel like it's really working for me because any stray hair that's growing, you know, when you're in between threading sessions or epilating sessions, this will conceal really nicely. On to the contouring. For this, I'm using my ever-trusted NYX palette. This is a highlight and contour palette. So I'm taking the brown shade and I'm using my Morphe Jeffree Star collab brush set in JS number 3. I got all the Jeffree Star things, by the way, from the same Instagram page. Now, I particularly like this brush because it's really nice and small and it's helping me give a sharp contour on my face. I really want to do a nice glam face look today and I feel like this brush will come in really handy to give it that chiseled look I want. I'm going ahead and contouring with the help of this powder both on my cheekbones as well as on my jawline. I feel like I went a little extra strong on my jawline. So once I was done using this brush, I went over to my NYX brush, that is again a really go-to sort of a brush of mine, and tried to diffuse it out as much as I could on the jawline. I didn't completely diffuse it out because otherwise the whole point of it being a glam, strong, sharp contour would be gone. So I kind of left it somewhere in the middle. This again is a slightly different and new technique for me, but I like it because I feel like it gives that very glam look, and of course over the course of time it automatically smoothens and blends, especially with the setting spray towards the end of doing my makeup. For the blush, I chose Estee Lauder's Pink Tease. This is a blush I've had for a while now actually. It's not very pigmented. It just leaves your cheeks with a nice, soft, very sheer pigment on your face. I wanted that look for today's video because I'm about to do really colorful eyes. So I felt like it would help me strike that balance. I do feel like I had to keep a check on the shade of my foundation as well as on the contour. I was definitely just a tad bit conscious because I'm trying these new techniques, but hopefully I will be able to get this look right by the end of it. With the help of the Indulgio Essentials Spouted Lip Oil, I'm just going ahead and giving my lips a little bit of moisture. This product is something I've grown to love. Okay, on to the eyes, and I'm using one of my favorites, the 35B from Morphe. This is a beautiful, colorful palette. I'm starting out with using this hot pink, neon-y pink, and covering my entire eyelid with it. This is a beautiful shade. The color payoff of this palette is just amazing. There is a little bit of fallout, so I would ask you to be a little careful, but I think I've sort of learned my way around it by just making sure I dust the brush off before I go in with the color on my lids. The fallout is not bad. It's not extremely bad though. Once I'm done with this, I'm going into the slightly deeper pinkish purple shade and just giving myself a very defined outer corner as well as a crease. With a third brush, I'm going in and blending these two really nicely. I feel like that gradient needs to be really good. With brush number 4, I'm going ahead and taking this really nice soft shimmery onion pink shade and going ahead and highlighting my inner corners. Brightening up the inner corners is a great way to give any look a really nice glam feel. And then I went one step further where with the same brush I went into a lighter shade of pink with slightly less shimmer actually, and went right into the innermost corner to give it a little pop of color there too. For the eyeliner, I took the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This is going on to be one of my favorites right now. It is such a good product. I feel like it really helps me give that sharp, very well-angled winged liner to my eyes. To plump my lips up just a little bit, I am trying out the Ofra Lip Plumper. This is only the second time in today itself that I'm trying it out. I am going to give this a few more wears before I come to you guys with a proper review on what it does for me. Before we go into the lashes, I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash on my upper as well as lower lashes. This is a really great mascara. It's something that instantly lifts your eye look. It is a mascara that definitely needs no curling before it as well. It's new to my collection, but I'm fast picking it up for almost an everyday kind of a use. For the lips, I tried to use one of the PAC pencils, but I think my lips were too moisturized to use this right now. It wasn't giving me any color. So I went in straight with one of their recent launches, the PAC Sweet Sensation Lip Cream in the shade 05. This is a really lovely shade. I feel like it's a beautiful nude, and I did want something that was sort of barely there, sort of my lips but better. to make sure it complements the colorful eye look. This is something you will probably need to apply 2 coats of. It has a very weightless, soft matte, creamy formula, but because it's sheer but buildable, you will need around 2 to 3 coats of this on your lips. And then with my Estee Lauder Set and Refresh spray, I set my makeup in and then went into highlighter. Using the Glowgasm face palette from Tilbury, I used one of the Sigma brushes I have at hand and actually added a little more color to my cheeks with the pink tone, added a little bit of the bronzer kind of shimmer, the brown shimmer where my contour was, and then went in with a little highlighter on the high points of my face, which is basically my eyebrows, my cheekbones, my nose. I think that this palette is really, really beautiful and I'm kind of loving it. It's only the 3rd time I'm using it, but I see myself using it a lot more in the future also. I also got my hands on this from Cosmic Cosmetics, by the way. And there you go, the look is ready. Okay guys, so there you go, there you have it. It is my final look. I feel like I'm happy with it. I've tried a couple of different techniques in today's video. I'm gonna sit and see over a period of time whether these techniques are working for me, whether they're photographing well. I do think that they're looking good on video, but I want to try and maybe do a few different techniques over a period of time and see what's working for me most. I'm personally pretty happy about these pink eyes because I feel like this is a color I need to do more often. I do feel like pinks just go with all skin tones, so if you've been shy of trying out a pink eye, this is me encouraging you to go ahead and try it out. By the way, something you should know is that when I was growing up, I was obsessed with pink. My bedroom was pink, my laptop, my first ever Sony Vaio laptop, I remember. This is in 2007-8, I think, when my parents bought me my first laptop. That was pink. I've had pink everything from doll houses to Barbie kits. Tell me a color. That's the secret code for today's video. I want you guys to comment down below and tell me what is that one color you were obsessed with as a child. I'm sure we've all gone through colored phases, especially as children. So tell me what yours was down below in the comment section, and tell me how you found this look also. Tell me what you thought of the techniques, and tell me what you might be trying yourself as well from the techniques I showed you in today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope you'll keep coming back for more by hitting that subscribe button and turning those bell notifications on. I really hope you're part of the subscriber fan. There are a lot of contests and giveaways I do on a regular basis here on YouTube as well as on Instagram, so go ahead and give me a follow there if you aren't already. I promise you'll enjoy the content. I hope. See you guys in the next one. I love you very, very much. Mwah. Bye.